students, welcome to Science Sonera classroom. In this video, we are going to start a new topic which is nature of roots. Previously, we already discussed exercise problems and we already discussed how we can find the roots of a quadratic equation by factorization. And in this video, we are going to start a new topic which is nature of roots, and we will see one formula to find the roots of a quadratic equation. I will tell you how. But before going to know about what is the nature of roots, I will tell you the general form of a quadratic equation. Just think, what is the general form of a quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. And we will find the roots by factorization. What if I just don't want to do the factorization? Then how can I find the x value? There is one formula. But how we can find that formula? I will tell you how the formula invented. I wanted to know the x value. How I can find the x value? By solving this equation, right? So I will write it as ax square plus bx is equals to minus c, right? And I want to divide the whole equation by a because I want to remove the a here. Ax square divided by a plus bx by a is equals to minus c by a. So I divide a with the whole equation. Here a cancel. Finally I got x square plus b by ax is equals to minus c by a. Now I wanted to make this equation as a plus b whole square, which means a square plus b square plus 2ab. Here I have a square, which means x square, and here I want 2ab, which here a is there, x, b is also there, b by a, but 2 is missing, so I am going to multiply with 2 and also divide by 2 because this term should be equal, right? So if I cancel 2 and 2, then I'll get this same term. So that is the reason I am multiplying and dividing 2 on both sides. Here I have, can I write it as x square plus 2 into b by 2a into x is equals to minus c by a. Can I write it in this way? Yes, I can write it in this way. Now I am going to add one more term here because here a square means x square plus 2ab. Here b value is b by 2a. Now I want b square. How can I write it? B square x square plus 2b by 2ax plus I am going to add b by 2a and minus c by a plus b by 2a because b by 2a whole square. Here also b by 2a whole square, because if so this term and this term will cancel, then remind the following will be the same, the above terms only. Just try to understand it. Here I can write it as, here it is a square plus 2ab plus b square is equals to, remaining terms are normal. Now I am going to solve this. Here a plus b, here what is the b value? Here b by 2a, so I can write it as x plus b by 2a whole square, right, is equals to, here I will solve it, minus c by a plus b square by 4a square. Now I am going to, how I can solve this? Here I will write it as x plus b by 2a whole square is equals to, now I am going to solve this. Here the LCM is 4a cube. Here if I take the LCM will be 4a cube, and then what will be the answer here? If a will cancel, then it will become 4a square c, and plus if 4a square will cancel, a will remain, then it will be ab square. Now a as common. Okay, here I'll take a as common. Then what are the remaining terms here? Minus 4ac plus b square, right, divided by 4a cube. Here a and here 1a will cancel, then the remaining will be square. Here the remaining terms will, I will write plus b square in front, b square minus 4ac divided by 4a square, and here it is already there, x plus b by 2a whole square, and if this square will go to that side, then it will become x plus b by 2a is equals to b square minus 4ac divided by 4a square plus r minus root, it will become root. Now I am going to solve this. Plus r minus, and I'll write it as b square minus 4ac divided by, can I write it as root of 2a whole square? Can I write it in this way? Here square cancel, and the remaining terms will be plus r minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, and here the terms are x plus b by 2a, and this b by 2a will go to that side, then it will become x is equals to minus b by 2a plus r minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Here 2a is common, so I will take it under 1 denominator, then it will become minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac. So finally we found that what is the x value. If I want to know the roots of a quadratic equation, then the x value is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is the formula we got. Actually we need to remember this formula, but I'm just telling you for the knowledge so that it will be easy for you how the x is coming from that equation. So how we invented this formula, this is for the general knowledge purpose only. So just we don't need to by heart, we just need to understand how it works. So here if I want to know, find the x values, which means the roots of a quadratic equation, then we can use this simple formula. What is the formula here? Minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac. Now we are going to talk about nature of roots. Nature of roots. So here what is the formula? X is equals to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is the formula. Nature, how we can find the nature. I will tell you how we can find the nature of the roots. Actually there are three cases. First case is if here b square root of b square minus 4ac greater than 0, which means positive. If this value is positive, then it has two real roots. And the second case is if root of b square minus 4ac is equals to 0, then it has two roots but two equal roots. So I can write it as two equal roots. And third one, if root of b square minus 4ac is less than 0, which is negative number, then it has no real roots. So we can't find the real roots for that quadratic equation. So everything is depends on this formula, b square minus 4ac. So everything we determine the real roots is depends on this formula. So we call it as discriminant. Understood? So we can call it discriminant. So if in any question, if they are asking you about what is the discriminant of this quadratic equation, then we need to find this value. What is that value? B square minus 4ac. You can ignore the root as well. So we can find the b square minus 4ac. Now I just tell you one example. Okay, find the discriminant of the quadratic equation 2x square minus 4x plus 3 is equals to 0. And hence find the nature of its roots. So we need to find the nature also. So here the question is 2x square minus 4x plus 3 is equals to 0. First we need to write the a, b, c and terms. What is the a value here? Coefficient of x square, which is 2, and b is equals to minus 4 and c is equals to 3. Now we are going to find the nature of roots. Find the discriminant of the quadratic equation. So we need to find the discriminant. What is the formula for discriminant? B square minus 4ac is the discriminant. So here b square minus 4ac is equals to, what is the b value here? Minus 4 whole square minus 4 into 2 into 3. 4 4s are 16 minus 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24. Here we got minus 8. Minus 8 means less than 0, which is a negative number. So less than 0 means we have no real roots. So this is the way we will find out the nature of the roots. And if they have real roots, then we need to find the roots as well. So I will tell you another question. No, I will tell you this question. Find the discriminant of the equation 3x square minus 2x plus 1 by 3 is equals to 0. First we need to find the discriminant and hence find the nature of its roots. If this equation have real roots, then we need to find the roots as well. So I will make this equation into general form. How I can do it? I will take the LCM first. 3 3s are 9x square minus 6x plus 1 is equals to 0. So 9x square minus 6x plus 1 is equals to 0. This is the quadratic equation we got. Now I am going to solve this. First I am going to find the discriminant. What is the discriminant here? B square minus, first I will write the a, b, c values. A is equals to 9, b is equals to minus 6 and c is equals to 1. So I will find the discriminant. B square minus 4ac is equals to minus 6 whole square minus 4 into, what is the a value? 9. C value is 1. So minus 6 whole square. 6 6 are 36 minus 9 4s are 36. So here the discriminant is 0. It is equals to 0, which means it has two equal roots, equal real roots. So we have equal real roots. So I will directly find the roots by formula. Minus b plus r minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. I already know that here. I know the value b square minus 4ac. What is the value of b square minus 4ac? It is 0. So the real roots are minus b plus r minus 0 2a. So I will write it as minus b by 2a, which is, what is the minus b value? I mean, what is the b value here? B value is minus 6 and a value is 9. B value is minus 6 and a value is 9. I will write it as minus into minus plus 6 by 9 2s are 18. 6 1s are 6 3s are. So 1 by 3 comma 1 by 3. So they have two equal roots, right? So only one root, which means we can write it two times because it has two equal roots. Now we will move on to the next question. Here the next question is, a pole has to be erected at a point on the boundary of a circular park of diameter 13 meters. Okay, first I will write the diagram here. This is a circular path. It was given there is a circular path and the diameter is 13 meters in such a way that the difference of its distances from two diametrically opposite fixed gates A and B on the boundary is 7 meters. So I will tell you how is it possible to do so. First I will explain the question. There is a circular path here and the diameter is 13 meters and it is also in such a way that it has opposite of two gates. Okay, here opposite it has two gates. Let's say for example this is A gate and this is a B gate, and erected at a point on the boundary of a circular path of diameter. So here P, it is a pole. Pole is here and this pole is opposite to the diameter. So I will tell you, a pole has to be erected at a point on the boundary of a circular park. So here let's say it is the boundary, one of the boundary. So this is the pole and I will tell you in a simple way. Here there is a pole and one diameter is there and the diameter distance is 13 meters and two gates are in an opposite direction. Like for example here in this end, in this diameter end there is A gate and in this diameter it is B gate, and the distance between this A gate to pole and B gate to pole, the difference is 7 meters. So I will write it here clearly. Let's say first we need to find the distances from the two gates should be the pole be erected. So we need to find these two distances. Okay, how we can find out? Let P be the required pole. Okay, this is the pole and let B, this is the distance, so I will tell it as x. Let the distance between B and P be x. Let's say x, and it was given that the difference is 7 meters. The distance, which means BP minus AP is equals to 7 meters. It was given this distance and this distance is, the difference is 7 meters. So we can say that what is the BP value here? X minus AP is equals to 7 meters. Now if I want to find the AP value, then it will be x minus 7, right? So we have BP value as x and AP value as x minus 7. Now we are going to substitute these two values in a equation. Can you observe here? This is a triangle, and what type of triangle it is? It is a, here it is a right angle triangle because it was exactly in a opposite direction, elected in a opposite direction to gates. So this is a right angle triangle and the diameter will become the hypotenuse, and this hypotenuse is 13 meters, and we have both the distances. This is x and this is x minus 7. So I'm going to substitute it in Pythagoras theorem. Right angle triangle, what is the distance here? AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square, right? Here what is the AC square? It is hypotenuse, which is nothing but diameter. It is 13. And AB square, which is both. We can write it anything here. Here these two are the sides of the right angle triangle. Here one side is x minus 7 whole square, another side is x square. Now we are going to solve this. How we can solve this? Here hypotenuse is 13, which is nothing but diameter. Now x minus 7 whole square means x square plus 7 7s are 49 minus 7 2s are 14x plus x square. 13 is equals to 13 means 13 square. 13 square means 169 is equals to 2x square minus 14x plus 49. If we solve this, then 2x square minus 14x plus 49, and this plus 169 will come to this side, then it will become minus 169 is equals to 0. 2x square minus 14x minus 120 is equals to 0. If I take 2 as common, then x square minus 7x minus 60 is equals to 0. And here finally we got x square minus 7x minus 60 is equals to 0. Now we need to find the roots. How we can find the roots? We have the formula. X is equals to minus b plus r minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Right? So we will write the values here. What is the a value here? 1. B value is minus 7 and c value is equals to minus 60. Now substitute this in this formula. Minus b means minus of minus 7 plus r minus root of, what is the b square here? Minus 7 whole square minus 4. What is the a value? 1. C value is minus 60 divided by 2. What is the a value here? 1. Here 7 minus into minus plus 7 plus r minus root of 7 7 of 49. Here minus into minus plus, it will be 60. 6 4s are 24. Right? 60 into 4, 6 4s are 24, which is 240 divided by 2. Now 7 plus r minus root of 240 and 49, 289 divided by 2. What is the square root of 289? Root 17 square divided by 2. Square square cancel. 7 plus r minus 17 by 2. Here there are two cases. X is equals to 7 plus 17 by 2, and another one is x is equals to 7 minus 17 by 2. Here 17 plus 7, which is 24 divided by 2, comma, here x is equals to minus 10 divided by 2. 2 1s are 2 5s are 2 1s are 2 2s are. Here x values are 12 comma minus 5. Minus 5 we can ignore because it is a negative number which is not in the measurements. So the x value is 12. So one side is 12 and another side, which is, we tell it is BP, right? BP is equals to x, which is nothing but 12. And what is the AP value? AP is equals to x minus 7, which is 12 minus 7, 5 meters. So this is the way we will find out the x values by using the formula. This is the end of this video. We will see the next exercise problems in the next video. Hope you like this and understand this lecture. Thank you. This is Sunhera signing off.